be the complete reverse for you. What's important is for you to know how you interpret those roles, not how the rest of society does, because they are very, very different. One is much more involved than the other, and it doesn't matter which one you have, but one is going to take much more of your energy than the other. Giving care is considered to be a little less intense, but it might be the complete reverse in your situation. Might be completely reverse. Except we take care of an infant who is born with very little capacity. They have lots of abilities, but they don't know how to do things. And we teach them all of the things they need to know so that they can begin to provide their own care. And eventually, if we do it right, we launch them. And out the door they go. And then we just still want to be a part of their lives, but we aren't fully engaged in taking care of our 28-year-old son or daughter. If we are, and they have no need for it, then whose need is it? It becomes ours, and that's where we get into trouble. Yes, ma'am?
I think more caretaker is being more physical, but being a caregiver is more emotional.
It certainly can be. It certainly can be. Although a lot of people who fully take care of someone pour a tremendous amount of emotion into that, and yet you see other people who do it by rote. They can bathe 12 people in an hour, and someone else takes 2 hours to bathe one. One would be taking care of your physical needs. The other would be also addressing the massage, the understanding of the importance of touch, the talking with. One is a little more distant than the other. But again, the words can be, they're not interchangeable, but it doesn't matter how you define them. It matters that you define them, and that you understand that sometimes I'm taking care of people and sometimes I'm giving care. But more importantly, whose needs are being met? How do you measure success? As a care provider, how do you know you've done a good job? How do you know you've done a good job with someone? You feel something inside, okay? When they don't need you anymore. It's another way you measure success. How do you know you've done a good job with someone? When you've done all you can do. Sometimes that makes us feel full, and sometimes it goes, it's all I can do, but there's still more to be done. How do you know? What do you use as a yardstick?
When there's been changes.
When there have been changes, but what if there aren't any changes? Were you successful?
When they say thank you.
If they say thank you. What if no one said thank you? What if our expectation was that they would make a change in their lives? And I never say good change or bad change. I want to be much more open. Well, you're worse. Well, that's a change. Okay, I was successful. We measure success by how close you come to what you expect. That's why doing this little exercise about writing down your own expectations is so, so valuable. What do you expect? If you expect to see a change in someone, to get better, to no longer need you, to grow, to use the skills you're giving them, to get out of the bad situation, and they don't, who failed? Or did anyone? Who do we think fails? Us. There must be something else I could do. I must have missed a clue. What am I missing here? And we have changed that expectation into a demand. We must measure success by how close we come to what we expect, never through the eyes of other people. If you measure your success through the eyes of other people, then they must do what we need them to do in order to meet my expectations. If I expect you to get better and you don't, who failed? It isn't a failure. That is life. Some people get better, some people don't. At some point, we all have to die. But you'd be amazed at how, maybe you wouldn't be, how many people get upset. The chemotherapy didn't work. I forgot to do my meditation today. It's because I didn't follow the diet. Yeah, I skipped exercise twice. I know that's why it came back. You're going, no, that's not why the cancer came back. It had nothing to do with you walking. Walking helped you. Walking helped your body. Walking gave you a better environment. But the fact that you missed twice, there were 40 feet of snow on the ground, it was 100 below zero, it was okay that you missed. Yeah, but that's why. And we get caught in that kind of thinking. And so do you and I as care providers. And we begin to think that we really can pull this off. that we really can. Let me ask you this question, but don't answer it yet. I'll ask you at the end of the time we're together. Can you make a difference in somebody's life? Just think about it. Don't answer it yet, but can you make a difference in somebody's life? Well, where we're heading with this is this concept. The care provider who needs to care. Because every once in a while, all of us have